All right, here we go. DJ Akademiks, welcome back to Vlad TV.
Back in the building, man.
Yeah, one of my favorite regular guests.
Come on, man.
Currently #1 on the Complex Hip Hop Media Power List.
I try.
Man, you succeed. I don't know if you saw the interview that me and Elliot did.
Yeah.
But when I said, you got the #1 slot, I said, well deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that it's going to sound a little corny and cliche to a lot of people, but, I always tell people, like, whether you like me or hate me, I'm only here because of passion and also a lot of very calculated moves and following people who came before me like yourself. And, you don't get to this position without a lot of passion. You got to really care. I remember, being in high school, listening to the radio and these voices and coming through a box. And I was like, man, how could I be that? I remember going to college and driving every day, to Rutgers University in New Brunswick. And I would pass like these big highway signs and I would see like the Breakfast Club up on these billboards. And I said, wow, these people are like these megastars. Like, how do you get to be that important in media? And, I was starting to build what I have now. And I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to just keep working, like I always adopted like that philosophy, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. So, it's still a surreal thing, even seeing anyone acknowledge me as #1 because, competitively, I feel like we're all in this space competing. I felt like, I think I'm the guy for a minute, but then this is like probably the least turbulent time of my whole media career because I'm actually seeing my peers. I used to go so hard trying to get even recognition, and I see like my peers saying, nah, he did it. And like, it's almost like, it's such a humbling feeling that I can't do anything but just like, thank you, you know what I mean? And, it kind of encourages me to keep going forward because now I'm like, what happens when you become #1? I never planned beyond this, right? Like,
right.
The goal is always, all right, you get to a point. It's like when you want to be, like, whoever's watching this, we all plan or we hope to become, say, a millionaire or really successful. What happens when you now become a millionaire? Here's the thing. Most people lose the money, right? Or, for example, okay, you become #1, but I want this, I was #2 last year, I'm #1 this year. I want the story to be continued where, no, I didn't just hit that plateau once. Like, again, I'm not saying I'm gonna stay #1, but I want it to be where it's like, you're not the guy who's like a one-hit wonder in hip-hop gotta feel bad. Like, at one point, everybody was on your D. Like, everybody's rocking with you. Pause, by the way. But it's like, when you fall off or when you're not nowhere near the heights that you've always wanted to reach, you gotta feel shitty. I talk to some of these rappers these days, and they all have that moment, and it's like a depressing conversation. And for me, I would, like, what I've always prayed for is a career of continued excellence and consistency. So, I felt like after I soaked in okay, all right, your peers are acknowledging you, I'm like, damn. Well, how do you keep away Kai Cenat? Because, I mean, he's pretty
younger.
Much... he's the incumbent.
He's getting a certain angle that, that you kind of started, but he sort of expanded onto.
Yeah, I would say...
Because you got the video games to go with it, and you know what I'm saying? It kind of crosses over. And I said, when me and Elliot talked, I said, well-deserved for Kai.
Yeah, I would say I started like the hip-hop streaming angle. His angle is so bigger. Like, I was watching him this morning. He's doing a stream with another guy who's, they both have, this is at 6 a.m. Don't ask me why I'm up at 6 a.m., but I always say only losers wake up at 11 a.m., okay? If you wake up in the afternoon, you're a loser, okay? Unless you have a night job. But most people, entrepreneurs, you're gonna get up as soon as you can. You want to get an early jump on the competition. You want to plan out your day, send those emails. That's me pretty much every day. So I'm up and I'm like, all right, I got to wait for the regular losers to get up about like 11. The guys who were drinking last night, they were hanging with the girls, but they all claim they're hustling, but okay, cool. They're going to get up in a few hours. So I'm sending emails and I'm usually put something on, maybe a Vlad TV interview or something like that. Anything, something entertaining. But I go on Twitch and YouTube and I see Kai Cenat streaming with another guy who's hugely popular named Speed. He streams on YouTube.
I show Speed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Streams on YouTube. He streams on Twitch. This is at 6, 7 a.m. this morning. Both of these brothers have over 100,000 people watching them. And I think that's where they revolutionized the game.
Yeah.
They have this audience where it's like, wow,